Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Dilla Hans!
Yo, it's your boy Dilla Hans coming to episode 53. Dilla's Room.
And his co-host, Suki Hans.
And we just having a little chit chat, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be here. Alright, so first off, we talking about self-love today. And then we talking about, men and women taming their significant other. We call it tame your dog or hoe. And then we have spirituality conversation, which I want to get in depth to, maybe read some scriptures from the Bible or something like that, and just talk about spirituality and relationships, how you could use spirituality to help uplift your relationship, help better your relationship, and make you a better person. So yeah. First up, self-love is important. I think in a relationship, I don't think you should join a relationship. First of all, I don't even think you should get. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should get in a relationship if you don't really know how to love yourself. You know what I'm saying? A certain way. You get what I'm saying, babe? Yeah. I don't want to say all the way love yourself, because as humans, we develop, we like numbers, we change, like numbers change, humans change every day, numbers change every day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we go up, same thing, whatever go negatives, whatever do, numbers change, like humans.
Well,
so I feel that, I don't want to say the word, just love yourself to love somebody else, because sometimes you may need somebody else to learn how to love yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, in a way, you might meet somebody and they can show you how to be the person that you should be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Show you how you should love yourself and something like that, So I don't want to really say, don't get in a relationship if you don't love yourself, but, self-love is definitely important for you to have a strong foundation in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? I can't hit that, baby, come on.
Sorry.
That's what we had left?
Yes.
Wow, we smoking fast, anyway. Thumbing through that way.
Because the zucchini, oh baby, Madonna Betty.
Yeah, babe. Alright, well, calm down, babe. Remember what we doing. Alright. So, yeah, babe. You don't think that? You don't think so?
So I gotta definitely say, I agree with you. I'm not gonna say, I don't agree with you. I agree with you. I feel that way, and I also feel
you feel
on
like
another
you
side
have to have self-love to be in
properly
a stronger relationship.
Yes, and I'm gonna say why. At least the basic love for yourself to make the right decision. At least, because if you don't have that, if you don't practice that, it will be hard for you to implement that in a relationship on behalf of another person. Because now it's I gotta do the right thing for her. I could barely make the right decisions for me. You know what I mean? So I think there's that, and I think that when you do start a relationship where there's where if a person does start a relationship but they don't really love themselves, the relationship really won't go well. They'll be super insecure, and constantly push down on their partner, or you have some men who need that instant gratification. So maybe right then and there they're excited, but their wife is not around, so they need someone to handle that right then and there, or something like that, you know what I mean? So I think that you gotta have that. You gotta have self-control. It's definitely very important. And if you don't have these things in a relationship, at some point the relationship will start to dissolve, and either the relationship will have to come to a pause, to where the parties have to get their minds together and know what it is that they want, know what it is, know who it is that they, want to be, or you have to just completely let it go because it would be completely toxic. So I think loving yourself is just practice on how to really implement that for someone else. But I do agree with you too, on the other hand, you don't have to love yourself to get into a relationship, because two people who can't necessarily see outside of themselves may get to see what's happening once they get in a relationship. They might not let people in much or anything like that, and they finally got with that one person where they just like, okay,
let you do that. Like,
this is what's happening, this is what's going on, and that one person could tell them, blah blah blah, and could help them, along their journey, along their path. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes, like you said, that's what it takes. So I feel I agree with both. Actually, I don't think that one is more right than the other. I think that every situation is definitely different and unique.
Absolutely.
And when done the right way, whichever way, however it start off, because sometimes it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. What happens.
Yeah, as long as you don't give up.
Right. So.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
Yeah.
She's gonna run when it gets hard.
No, someone came back. Not technically saying that they gave up.
True, that's true. That's true, that's very true. But I'm just saying in the moment though.
I know. You can't stop loving somebody. When you're really and truly in love with somebody, they all over you. They're in your mind, on your body, in your ear. And the way you eat, and the way you walk, and the things you like to watch, things you like to do, things you like to listen to, they're everywhere. You can't control it. But yeah. So anyway. So how do you feel about that, babe? What I said about having
what?
What I said about having self-love before a relationship. How you should have it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think before you even start a relationship, I think that's very important. Yeah, I think because at the end of the day, like you said, it's only gonna turn into you not what you had said, babe. I forgot that word, but basically, you're not you're not doing the right thing in that relationship. So, I think self-love is always definitely important, baby. Absolutely. It has to be something. I think that you should, if you're not ready for a relationship, don't get in one.
Yeah.
Don't get in one. Don't try to look for one. Because a lot of people they don't realize they're not even ready for a relationship anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I was really ready for a relationship anyway at this time in my life. But
no, you told me you wasn't.
Yeah, but it happens though. You know what I'm saying? But we can't stop with God. That's another thing with spirituality. We're gonna get to that later. But you just can't stop what God has in store for you. I don't like to say the word God's plan because I feel like that's some evil shit.
I know.
Yeah, they took that some evil shit. But other than that, whatever God has in store for your journey, your destiny, God's destiny for you. So, I feel like that's what's going on. You know what I mean? I'm just going with the wind of God's blow, and I'm going to keep that, same energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep that same feather. You know what I mean? For that blow, because that's where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? In the wind of God. So nothing else better than that. But on top of that, you know what I'm saying? When you are in a relationship though too, you know what I'm saying, you need to learn I don't want to say, we'll go to Tam, me and you were talking about possessions though. Love yourself, not your possessions, baby. Yeah, I mean that's true. Yeah, we got some notes here. We talking about these little notes we got right here, but Because a lot of people do fall in love for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? Fall in love because the person might have jewelry. Fall in love because the person look good, or just not really for the right reasons. Not really for stability. Not really for emotional stability or mental stability, physical stability, all that. You know what I mean? So you might fall in love because nigga got a nice car, or you might fall in love because the bitch got a house. You could live there. You know what I'm saying? She on food stamps, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Yeah, nature, she living in projects, you moving in. Niggas fall in love, bitches fall in love all for the wrong reasons, you know what I'm saying? And I think that comes with not loving yourself and loving the possession of things. Material things.
Well put.
I think so.
Yeah. For sure.
You got a lighter, baby?
Trying to find energy to get up.
You hot? Well, yeah. Shit, you gotta take your coat off. Want some water?
Yeah. I thought you would. When Daddy comes back, well, before he comes back, I just want to step in here and say that I know it's crazy to put so much pressure on a person to say I'm just about 1,000% sure that he's faithful, but when a man is faithful to God, you rest assured you're just gonna be okay. Sorry, I was leaning over.
She's so rude sometimes. Yeah, she's so rude.
I was saying something beautiful about you to the people before you came back, and I was trying to whisper.
Sometimes you just be lost. My baby lost.
You came back so fast. I was trying to say something to the people about
and
you.
You
Sweet.
see me right here though, but you still got your hand.
Yeah, I was trying to get the words out.
That's that ghetto shit, man. That's that hood shit. You know, my wife is ratchet. She's from the hood. You know what I'm saying?
He knows that.
She's a hood girl. She's ghetto. Yeah, big booty, big titties, short, scarf on the head. You know what I mean? Type of girl. You know what I mean? She gonna come through with the bonnet, long nails. You know what I mean? Big booty. Yep. Her name's Keisha.
I have a whole bunch of other characteristics.
She's sexy though. There's nothing wrong with her. Being a little hood star. You know what I mean? I like a little ratchet anyway. So I think if I got famous and rich, I would have to come back to the hood.
To do what?
I'm saying if I wasn't with you, I would have to come back to come get you, babe. You know what I'm saying? I had to come back to come get Keisha, you know what I'm saying? Gotta be with a hood chick.
Nice save.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta be with one, so.
But I am not just a hood chick.
I think most niggas like hood chicks anyway. You get rich, famous, most niggas want the hood ratchet bitches.
But let them know, like, I'm not just a hood chick, though.
Niggas be hate that, but when you get it, you hate it, though. At the same time, no, you don't hate it. That's a bad word to even say. Take that back. You love it, but it's like you're like, oh man, can you calm down? But you can't never calm down. You know what I'm saying? Because if you calm down, there's something wrong. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be right if he wasn't too calm. I mean, it wouldn't be right if he wasn't too calm.
That's not true because I'm working on that, and there's gonna be a time where I don't curse.
Yeah, she works on it, but it'll never happen.
And everything.
It'll never happen.
All right. We're gonna see him. And then
I mean, you'll change. I know you're gonna change one day, but that Keisha's still gonna be in you, babe.
I'm gonna chase her out.
Oh boy, that's the sucky I love too.
Sometimes I cannot tell.
You can't chase her away either.
You promise?
Yeah, promise.
Look me, don't look away.
Well, I gotta promise you, you're not gonna chase her away, babe. You should promise yourself that.
No, babe, you gotta promise me that you're not gonna chase her away.
I'm not the one to tell you don't want to chase her away.
It's because you don't like my getaways too. You don't like it.
I can't chase Sucky away, Sucky's already here. With me all the time.
You're talking about my getaways, babe.
But anyway, like I said, I think niggas like hood girls. I think a lot of niggas like hood girls. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you still want a girl to know how to be put her shit together. You know, be classy. You know, a geek in the streets, freak in the sheets. You know.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's what a nigga need. That's what I want. You know what I mean? Like my wife. You know what I mean? So, end of the day, that's what I got. That's why I'm with my girl right now. Cause that's everything I say. That's what I want. That's what she is. So, that's what's so cool about it. Amazing thing. But end of the day, how you feel about that? What I just said about people who fall in love for the wrong reasons.
That happens a lot. And I think that I think when you see why people fall in love, it's like you get to see them. It's like what they love what's in their heart. You know what I mean? You know, like me, you know, I fell in love with you because I don't even know. I feel like I fell in love with you the first time I saw you. I know you might not believe me, but it was just like, wow. I never seen a face like that ever in my life.
I'm glad you say that's how a relationship should be.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think most likely you get into a relationship, you know you want to be with this person.
Yes, like, oh my God, like, what the fuck? Sorry. I was just like, wow.
Curse. But you know.
That's how beautiful you are.
It's going on YouTube. You know this is going on YouTube.
Sorry. That's how beautiful you are. That's what I thought when I seen you. And then, like, you know, I feel like I'm, like, it's so funny because I feel like I know you, but I'm getting to know you, too, at the same time. But I feel like I'm getting to know you because now I'm, like, I bring out a different side out of you. So I'm getting to know that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, I just be melting all day.
What side of me are you really getting to know that you didn't know before?
The calm side. You always been romantic, but you're like super romantic. You're super kind. You're super sweet. You're super patient. You just, your feelings and everything. Not your feelings, but your mind just has to be stimulated in a certain type of way. Like your mind, your area, in order for everything to just flow for you. And like that's just what it is. You can't really be bothered. But that don't mean that you push me to the side and don't pay me no mind and all that stuff. Like I was really being extra back then. I'm really sorry. Remember you used to just say something simple like, oh babe, just come sit right here next to daddy. I would be like, you don't want me?
Yeah, that's what women do.
Babe, I feel so silly.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I feel so silly.
How you feel now, though? What you feel is different now that you're gonna change?
I just feel like my perception is different. The way that I see you, the way that I see your intentions, your motives are completely different. And I have to say this, and I hate to say this, but because of the time that we had apart, I didn't.
I was there said it's about that too. I just want to tell my purple brothers, what I'm saying, purple community. Anyway, what I'm saying. Sometimes in a relationship, yeah, you do grow apart, and sometimes that's only just to see if that's the person that you're really supposed to be with.
That's crazy.
Sometimes it work like that. Some people build like that. Some people know they give it first, they never break up. But some people still, get to that point though where they feel like they either could do better or they feel like
it's just too heavy, too toxic.
Yeah, it's too much.
Too much, yeah.
Like you said, toxic was one, but I don't really throw toxic in there because that comes with doing better. You feel like, you can do better. You know what I'm saying? That's how that really works. But that's how toxic people really don't really stay in relationships too long because you're not really building off what you came from. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not really learning from that experience, so that you're gonna go to the next experience.
With the same
you just like, oh
crap.
man, I'm over it. like you got off one train, get on the next train. It's like, wow. What did you really do? You didn't get on the train, get on the plane. You didn't get on the train, get in the car. You got on the train, get on the next train. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta like think. You know what I mean? Too like, it's not about just always upgrade either, but it's about the spirituality within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Upgrading your mind.
Right.
So that you could. So that's what it's like. Sometimes maybe some people, you know, wake up every day, eat the same thing, you know what I'm saying? And then if you say, oh, try this new, they say no, because they don't want to try nothing new. They're like, that's nasty if they tried it. But sometimes trying new things would help your life, your spirit, you know what I'm saying? Open up to understanding that this is just life, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We out here, you know, for what we, for our purpose or whatever, whatever the fuck it is, you know what I'm saying?
And that's exactly what it was for me this go around. It was like to just try something different. And luckily for me, you loved me so much, you just gave me the blueprint. I couldn't get it right, but you loved me so much that you told me over and over, just everything to do. So it was just like this time around, when you have that time, you just get the time to be like, damn, I would deal with this situation like this. I wouldn't be so mad when he says sit next to him. Sit down. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna tell my daddy I love him.
It's like that. It's like that. Yeah. I think it's like that in a lot of relationships too. You know what I'm saying? People, just take things the wrong way too. Too fast.
But you know why?
It's bad.
This goes back to two things that are very much so connected: self-love and spirituality.
Absolutely.
That's why, because all of that really be a reflection. It's like, why don't you think that you're good enough for him? Why don't you think, why don't you think you're good enough for her? Or why wouldn't you think that you're sexy enough that he just want to look at you naked? But why don't you feel that way though? Because he's not saying this or she's not saying this, but these are the feelings that you're reacting on. You're literally accusing them of this feeling. You're giving it to them like, you feel like this, so I feel like this because I know you feel like this. That is awful.
Absolutely.
Because that foundation within self is not there. Like, that has to be there.
You're right, and it'll bring it out in a relationship.
Exactly.
Because you start to reflecting what you feel on the relationship,
Right.
And then sometimes it can actually become a relationship because you're giving it too much energy.
It's too much energy.
Until it actually happens,
Exactly.
So that's how it is. It's a cycle, but it's also the cycle of life, We live in a cycle of life. Sometimes it's better to move on and shouldn't really go back to old things, I'm saying, exes and stuff like that, if you did move on. But sometimes you will probably go back. Sometimes, it's all, things happen. But should you really go back to your ex? I'm gonna say no. I don't think you should. I think if you broke up with somebody, then you should move on. For a reason,
yeah.
You should definitely move it on and all shit. But things happen. People still want to go back to their exes, though. You know what I mean? So, and especially when it's an attachment like that, there's a strong attachment, it will happen, most niggas and most bitches want their ex back, especially if y'all just broke up or whatever the case may be, and it's a strong, like I said, only if it's a strong attachment. If there's no attachment, y'all whatever, it really won't matter, if you dated somebody for 6 months and y'all broke up, it might be a little attraction there, but or attachment, but not as much as if you with somebody for 2 years. If you was with that person for 2 years, that attachment is gonna be strong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So next girl or next nigga can't come along, and just take that person from you. You know what I mean? Even though there'll be a relationship, whatever the case may be, but if that other person comes around and says, "Hey, I want you back,"
it's over.
It's over. You know what I'm saying? It could really be over for the other person because the attachment, only because that attachment is there.
The love,
So it's not really. So sometimes a person might think, "Oh, it's me that the person left me." It's not you. The person was just came in a relationship and it's still in an attachment with that person. So can't let you go.
And it's you because you're not that other person. None of the other women, none of the other men will ever be that other person. Once somebody has someone's heart, this is a very serious thing.
Sometimes it's not really not that. Sometimes it's really because you could be with somebody that you think like, but till you get with somebody that you really like more than that person, you won't like you'll go back to them. It's like if you have that attachment, like
This is what I'm saying.
So.
Like the bond that we share.
Be the person that you disrespect, you left or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Sometimes people make mistakes too, but the thing is, you have an attachment to somebody else. So that person, like I said,
yeah, that can happen.
If you got attachment to somebody else, that's what it is, man. It's just that's what it's built around. You know what I mean? You could be. Like I said, y'all could break up. You could find the next nigga or whatever the case may be. But if I come back around, like, listen, I want you back, whatever,
Exactly.
You're going to come back because...
Exactly. And it would absolutely be...
You still got attachment to me, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Right. And I would absolutely feel like...
And the nigga can't... niggas might think, oh, there's something wrong with me.
It is. You're not him. That's what's wrong with you.
It's not really. We don't want to say it's not really nothing wrong because for my purple guys, you know what I mean. There's a lot of these guys are going through this shit right now. They feel like, because they trying to move on and shit like that. They probably can't move on. You know what I mean. They get with a girl and they going out with her maybe 2-3 dates or whatever the case may be, and they thinking everything is fine. They having sex or whatever the case may be. But then out of nowhere, she don't answer her phone no more. She stopped answering her phone, or she just curved you. So it's just like and then they wondering what happened. But it's because most likely she was already in a relationship with somebody.
With someone, right.
Yeah, it happens.
No,
it happens. It happens like that. Yeah.
Definitely understand.
Yeah, vice versa, even with men. So same thing.
I definitely understand. I definitely feel there's another situation where I feel both ways. I definitely understand. I definitely feel that is true.
But
and
I
also feel like that, it is something wrong with you. The what's wrong with you is that we don't have that connection. We don't have that connection. You're not that other person. You never will be. We will never have that. That is a once in a lifetime thing. That is a once in a lifetime connection. I will never have that with another man. You will never have that with another woman.
Yeah,
so
that's what it goes back to. Attachment. Attachment is a very valuable key because you could either be, well put, well off. You know what I mean? Have everything in order. You know what I'm saying? But if this girl or guy is still attached to whoever they're attached to,
you're leaving.
It won't matter how much money or how much you have or whatever the case may be.
No.
It won't matter. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
Bye.
That person still has an attachment to that other person, you know what I mean? And they gonna go back, you know.
That's right, Daddy. Tell them home.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, the person might go back because they feel like the person really gonna change, what the case may be, whatever the case. But most likely it's really just an attachment. Like, I love you, just I can't get over you, type of thing. So
yeah, but this is where the spirituality comes in, and you pray for discernment and you pray to know the difference, because you have to know the difference between I'm just stuck here, this is my habit, and I have to let that go. Then I'm going back to this because I know this is the right thing for my life. I've done my self-reflecting. I've done my time, my thinking, my break, and I know that this is it for me.
It could be, because sometimes, you probably think, what I was gonna say, you just said it to my tongue. I just had it to my tongue, but
know the difference between a bad habit going back to something.
People get. Yeah, you say people get addicted, you know what I'm saying, to a bad experience. That's what I was going back to. What I was saying, sometimes it's not, I said it in one of my shows, it's not, it wasn't you that I was mad at, you know what I mean, for whatever the case may be. It's the experience I'm mad at, you know what I mean, because I keep going to the same thing in my life, you know what I mean, so it's like, it's not good, you know what I'm saying. But, that's just how it is with humans, though. I think a lot of humans is like that, you know what I mean? They set on, what they want, what they know they want and what they, you know, want their life to be. And, you know, sometimes it leads them to the wrong. They catch the wrong experiences, you know what I mean? Trying to chase those, you know, aspirations in your life.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I definitely agree with you.
Yeah. It's an experience. It's not true that really hurt my feelings, you know what I'm saying? When I really think about it, you know what I mean? It's not the person. That's how I want to teach my people is, you know, you got to think about it like that. It's not the person that's hurting your feelings, it's your mind. It's how you thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? It's how you
Perception.
coming off, you know. Definitely, it's always perception. That's the number one thing, you know what I'm saying? But, because you can get hurt, you know what I'm saying? People can hurt you, you know, you blame that person, but this is how you also learn to forgive, too, at the same time, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You forgive the person, like, okay. I'm not mad at you, you know, that don't mean go back to the person or something like that, you know what I mean? Especially if the experience was a horrible one, obviously, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? You know.
I definitely.
Tame your hoes, tame your bitches, tame your dogs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely, I think it's true, you know what I'm saying? I think hoes is always gonna be hoes, niggas is always gonna be niggas. Can't change that either, you know what I'm saying? Hoes are gonna be hoes, you know what I'm saying? Sluts is always gonna be sluts, you know what I mean? Like I told my nigga, your mother was a slut, everybody's a slut, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's just how women are set up, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, don't discourage yourself from getting with a woman, but just know that she's a slut, so most likely she's probably fucking other men, you know what I'm saying? When you get with a girl, don't think she only fucking you, she's probably fucking other niggas too, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10.
And I only agree for one reason. Not because she's actually might be doing it, but because you have to keep yourself guarded and safe these days before you actually let someone in. Mm-hmm. Before you be like, okay, you know, this is my bitch, I know this is not happening. This is my man, no, this is not happening. You just case it out. Tell yourself, you know what? Freak this. It is happening. And this is Absolutely. How I'm going to go about the situation. And guess what? The more the person will start to show you that it's not going on, it will help throw you down. And it would sound crazy because then you go on them with a bunch of the things that we tell you to shy away from. But that's after you already are in a solidified relationship. If you are just starting out, you have to protect yourself. You have to.
Even with that, niggas' wives is still getting fucked. So they can't say that. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, but it's hard to even say that, babe, because even like I just said, niggas' husbands, niggas' wives still getting fucked in relationships. But we're supposed to be solidarity. Y'all married. Y'all didn't spend money on that.
You and I are speaking of a place. No, that's not what I'm saying. Let me show you what I'm saying. You and I are speaking from a place of what we teach, what we talk, what we preach, which is
which I tell my men
all the fundamentals.
And women to be aware of.
Babe, let me say what I'm saying. When you talk to these men, you teach them signs to notice things, what to stay away from, what to notice, you know. So you let them know already. You give them the blueprint, the foundation of, if you follow this and you pay attention to this and you look out for this and you listen to this, you will know if she's worthy or not. Not to say, okay, it can never happen, because human beings are not trustworthy, period. So you have to, you know, not to say it won't never happen, even though, you know, I kind of do feel that way, that we should think that, because we could bring that about. But anyway, not to say that for you, you know, people out there who, you know, feel the way that you feel, but just not to say that it's not gonna happen, but just to say that damn, baby, lose my train of thought. Oh my god.
Oh, but yeah, most likely, yeah, that's how it is.
Okay, wait.
People,
not to say that is.
No, hold up, babe. Let me say what I say real quick. People, gotta realize that we are humans. You know what I'm saying? Like animals. You know what I mean? Look at the kingdom. I'm gonna keep referring this to this because it's facts. You know what I'm saying? Look at the animal kingdom. Lion not coming in the fucking clubhouse dealing with nobody else but his own. So, you know, even if the bitch was a thotty, a slut, she was fucking about 100 other lions and shit. But when this lion come around, he don't care about that. That shit is dead. Yeah. But all that shit is dead. I'm in town. I'm the new lion. You my bitch. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we gotta come as men. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, you girl that you most likely with is definitely, you know, it's not a virgin. So we're gonna say that. So you gotta remember that. You know what I mean? And you know, we humans. You know, and we are related to the mammals of this world.
Absolutely. And you know what I was trying to say, I remember now, and it definitely coincides with what you just said. If they listen to the things that you tell them and follow those rules, they would be able to pick someone who's worthy. Not to say it will never happen.
You gotta have the rules.
But just to say it would be.
You gotta have your purple book rules before you get in a relationship. That's what I was talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. If you have the rules, you would be able to let that guard down. And you would be able to be like, you know what? If I know this is my world and she's in my world, green don't mean go unless I say so. If I say green means stop, she gonna stop at she gonna stop at that light. Then there's no reason for all the fear and all that other stuff at all. I really believe that.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that too. I think that, yeah, once y'all got a true bond, that true love, that true connection, that fire flame that's supposed to be there, I don't think y'all ever gonna break up.
No.
I don't think the shit would ever go nowhere.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think that, you know, because you gotta understand, even though we are a purple pill community, at the same time, we're here for a reason. We're not here just because, I want to be with a girl, I gotta be with a girl. No, it's a purpose behind this shit. You know that God put you here to be with the opposite sex. That's just how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Men and women, same thing in animal kingdom. You don't see animals humping the same sex animals, do you? No. I mean, so we have to understand that this is what God put you here for, to have a family, to reproduce constantly, every day, teach, you know what I mean, protect as a man and as a woman. You know, your job is to nurture, you know what I'm saying, be caring and uplift the emotions in the house, you know what I'm saying, make sure everybody's uplifted.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. That's one of the things that just make me so happy and make me love you so much, because like that's just,
yeah, you got to tame your fucking animals. You got to tame your animals, but you got to tame your partner though. Your partner, like I said, you know, she's a hoe or he's a dog or whatever the case may be. You know, don't let that dog off the leash then. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you let that nigga off the leash like that, knowing he gonna sniff the next motherfucker, the next bitch ass? So, you know, don't motherfucker, and just same thing with these hoes. You know what I'm saying? I'll just let your bitch go and know she was gonna do the same thing she do with you and the next motherfucker. So, you know, it's all about just, you know, taming your dog, taming your hoe. You know what I mean? Making sure everybody's validated. You know, make sure everybody, you know, not everybody, but make sure your partner is validated. You know, making sure y'all still have that fun, that spark, keep that love together.
yeah,
Talk to each other, have, you know, make sure that your stability, you know, everything is the same. You know what I'm saying, with each other. You know what I'm saying? That's how they gotta be.
absolutely. Well said. Yep. You have to.
Well, as far as, you know, and also, you know, the music that we listen to too. You know, I was just looking at that shit too, the witchcraft and the wizardry and shit like that too, the frequencies that people do, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you, like you say, you see, man, you want to rebel, you want to listen to Cardi B, or you want to listen to this bitch, Megan Stallion, or whatever bitch, you know what I'm saying, Nicki, whatever.
And that's the spirit. That's scary.
Yeah, it's the Jezebel spirit.
Oh
you
my
know
God. So scary.
You get attached, you know what I'm saying? And it's real talk. Same thing with the incubus and the succubus, you know what I'm saying? Because sex is very important. You know what I'm saying? Sex is not just about, intimacy. It's much more than that. You know what I'm saying? It brings new lives to this world. You know what I mean? So you gotta understand, if you sacrifice something out of this world and you supposedly get powers from this dark side of the world, so what happens when you bring life to the world? And you know what I'm saying? So you think about that. Because you bring positive to this world. You bring something that could change the world to the game. That's why these hospitals, have these square lights on the ceilings when your baby's born, because they don't want that frequency to get out. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that child to be. That's why they throw your baby in a square incubator as soon as it's born. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, you probably didn't notice because you doing a baby, but
the incubators, they all square. Yeah,
everything is square for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because of it's a certain frequency that keeps it, that locks it in. You know what I mean? It doesn't get out. So if the frequency doesn't get out, you know what I'm saying, they can put whatever spells they want into that box. You know what I'm saying? So whatever spells is going on in that box, that shit won't get out. Basically, what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm saying, be careful with the frequencies which you listen to. You gotta have an open mind for what you listen to. Understand when you traveling into this realm of evilness and deities and shit. Have an open mind. Know how to come back from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Know how to just astral travel, and come back from that shit. Because don't stay there. That's how you get sucked in that world. That's why I tell you, we can't get stuck into this motherfucker shit.
Hell no. No social media. No people. None of that.
I'm glad you don't got no social media.
No. So you told me though. Yeah, but this was a nice show. Thank y'all for listening. I'm Suki Hans and I'm closing the show today. Peace.
Peace.